fuck is this? What the fuck? Hoe gaat die man? What the fuck? Look who arrived. Look who arrived. It's Nick. I just woke up and I go downstairs. All of a sudden Nick is sitting here in Belgium. Pretty nice surprise. Today's gonna be a fun day. We're gonna go to Tyne Cot cemetery and we're gonna go to Polygon Woods where we have a little tour set up. My dad is also coming, JD is coming, and my friend Yuri from the Last Post Association is also coming. So it's gonna be a busy day with a lot of people. Okay, we're off to Tyne Cot now.
To Tyne Cot.
To Tyne Cot, let's go.
And his son was a company commander, and they were, and I just happened to have the stuff from their unit there, the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry.
Yeah.
Oh, the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry.
Yeah.
So we just arrived at Tyne Cot. I'm here with my friend Jules from Ypres. He's also here, and look who's here as well. It's my dad, all the way from the Netherlands.
Papa Sander.
Papa VK. So, yeah. So we're going to have a visit at the Tyne Cot cemetery, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. Okay. Here, we're entering the Tyne Cot cemetery, and behind me here, immediately, you see remaining names that are not on the main gate of the missing soldiers in World War I. And the Tyne Cot here, there's also like 20,000 names here. I think a little bit more or a little bit less.
I was a volunteer at the project Coming World Remember Me. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It was a project where people could come between 2014 and 2018 and they make a little statue out of clay. And it was clay, it was a mixture of German and clay from Ypres.
Okay.
And so the mold was always the same. So it was the artist Koen van Mechelen who made the mold. And so they made the mold, they had to hollow it, and then they could individualize it.
Okay.
And so every statue, if you made a statue, you became a godfather from one of the 600,000 victims that fell on Belgian soil. And so, yeah, I was part of the organization, and I was a volunteer, and I was linked with two people from the First World War victims. And one of them was a British soldier, and he's over there on a panel. And I found this a relative of his who is who lives still in UK. So I found him. I called him a few years ago, and I said, "Yeah, I'm Yuri from this project," and took pictures from the panel. And the funny thing is that he only knew a few years before I called him that his real grandfather was passed away during the war.
Wow.
He never knew. His grandmother never told about his real grandfather. So she remarried somebody, and he thought that was his grandfather. So that was yeah. And now in a few weeks I will visit him. So we will leave to UK in next week, and I will visit. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Whereabouts
just a little
in UK
story.
are they?
Near Essex. So
Oh,
he's
yeah,
near
okay.
Essex. So on my way back from Scotland, I will
Nice.
I will visit him.
My
So
family's from Essex.
yeah. So you might find some small statues here out of clay. You will see them.
And
It's like a person who is like this, and
and that statue, you had multiple, and you
Yes.
even gave me one, and you gave my dad one of those statues.
Still grateful.
So, yeah, really grateful for that. And we also have two of those statues at home.
Yeah.
It's in our mini museum. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are around 20,000 soldiers, missing soldiers here on the walls. So on these panels it goes all the way around that way, and when I turn as well all the way around this way, and it's pretty crazy to see all those names on the wall, especially when you compound these names with the names on the Menengate Memorial. There's just so many missing here during the Battle of Ypres. And so the thing is with the Tyne Cot cemetery, it is built around and on top of, literally on top of, 3 German World War I bunkers. So I will show you that in a second. And yeah, this is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful cemeteries that there's ever built during World War I. I haven't been to all of them, of course, but this one, of all the ones I've been to, this is the most beautiful one, in my opinion. So, as you can see in the distance over there, there is a German bunker to the left. And then here, underneath this cross there's also a German bunker. And oh, sorry for the focus. And if you look over there all the way in the back as well, there we go. So there's also a German bunker, and the graves are literally all around, surrounding the bunkers here in Tyne Cot Cemetery. Like here you see some individual graves, and as well here, this is what happened as well a lot during World War I, is that they found bodies, but they they weren't 100% sure that if it was them or not. So that's why they put above believed to be, and then his name, unit, age and all that stuff. Like I will ask Yuri about this, but you see these graves are like a little bit weirdly placed, and I think these were the first graves that were put here on Tyne Cot Cemetery, and that the rest, like over there, like have been put later. That this was the first original part of the cemetery, and that the rest was put around it later. But I'm not entirely sure. I'll ask Yuri. Yeah, so like I said, this cross is built on top of a German bunker, and when you go in front of the cross, you can still see the German bunker.
I'm here, I believe, and it's
here. You can see still parts of the German bunker in it. So this is the German bunker with some war damage on it as well. So it was built on top of it.
Yeah, we've been 1 year out on the outside, what we call then on the bridge.
Yeah.
So it's only a few weeks that we are back on the Massey gate. So and we are lucky that there are again some names visible. Also lucky that with the Australian panels, so people who come from down under, that they see some names. Yeah. But the Canadians, they're all, or most of them are hidden still. But yeah, they're doing a great job. But you will shine again next year, eh?
Yeah. We'll make a trip back, I think, once it's all complete.
It's a good excuse
for sure.
to come back.
Yeah. Maybe bring the wife and kids.
Yuri, I have a question. So behind the cross here, do you see a lot of graves who are standing a little bit weird?
Yeah.
Not in like an order. Why is that?
The original place.
Yeah, that was the original place, and then the rest was built around it after. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's what I told on camera as well, but I wasn't sure.
They traveled like 4 months on boats, getting sick, getting seasick, no comfort, nothing at all.
Yeah.
And then you come here.
And I was saying it yesterday at the other cemetery as well, it's nice to see, you know, it's not all segregated, so you'd have like British soldier and New Zealand soldier, Canadian, all in it together, you know.
They all fought for
some of the West Indies guys as well at that cemetery we were at yesterday.
Yeah.
So in this cemetery there are 12,000 graves of British or Commonwealth soldiers, and there are, of those 12,000 graves, 8,400 are unidentified. So just thinking about these people who are laying here, like it's crazy. Like if you ever are in the near area of Ypres, then like visit Tyne Cot Cemetery, go to different cemeteries around the area, and then you will really get a good perspective of the real cost of a war.
What's this?
Rob, you found a guy here. You know a story about a guy?
Yes, man. So we know little of the story. So what we've got here is the death plaque, or sometimes referred to as the death penny, for Lloyd Jones, Private Lloyd Jones. We've also got his victory medal here.
Oh wow.
So Lloyd Jones was serving with the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry just here in this area, and on the 4th of October 1917 he was killed during the attack here. Unfortunately, his body was never recovered, so he's named here on plaque 109 at
Jones
the Tyne Cot Memorial.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Thank you, man.
No problem.
That's cool that you have his...
It's really good, man. It's an honour to bring these back here, to be honest. It's quite a... when I first walked into this area and I held his medal up against the name, it's quite a moving experience, man. It is.
I bet it is.
It's, you know, it's not someone who I know, it's not someone whose family I know, but you feel a connection when you bring something like this back here.
Yeah. Wow.
Remember what grave it's on. I think it's in this section where it says, sacrifice to the fallacy that war can end war.
Ooh.
Yeah. There was a guy born in Japan, actually. It's on his marker.
Really?
He was British, but he was born in Japan.
Wow.
On the Menegate there are two Japanese guys also.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Just saying, I had a weird feeling walking around earlier because I didn't see any Devonshire or Durham Light Infantry here.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a bit odd. Obviously, the Durham Light Infantry, my great-grandfather served in the Somme, and the Devonshire is my local county.
Yeah.
But I was walking over there thinking it, two graves next to each other, both unknown to God, DLI, Devonshire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh? It's over there.
There's not many. There's one other Devonshire there on the end. He's no name again.
Oh, yeah.
But just as I was thinking, I've not seen any, and then two next to each other. Yeah, crazy.
Setting up the drone for some drone footage of Tyne Cot. It's a little bit windy and the weather is a little bit shitty. We'll see how far we can come. I flew in Normandy with this drone while the wind was crazy and it still held on, so this wind shouldn't be too much of a trouble. Oh, we're still filming. So look who came into town here. It's JD. Came all the way from Normandy. All the way from Normandy to stay here with us, man. Few days, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Be here for a couple days. Yeah, it's my first time here.
Your first time here at Tyne Cot?
Yeah, got to spend all the 5 minutes and now I'm leaving.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
no, sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna
I was
come
going to
back.
say, do you want 5 minutes we can wander around then before you go?
I'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't hold anything up.
So I'm sure you already know this, but the
No, I
this
don't
wall,
assume that I know anything.
Okay, so this wall here for the missing is what, August 16th, 1917,
yeah.
to the end of the war because they couldn't fit them on the Menengate. So all the missing from the mid-August of 1917 to the end of the war, all those missing are here. There's what, 30,000, 35,000, something like that, in addition to the 50-some thousand at Menengate.
55 in the Menengate.
So August 16th.
Okay, I told you guys 20,000, but it's like 35,000. You said like you heard.
Are pretty much all here.
And you have this special New Zealand part, which is
like
over there.
New Zealand doesn't like to be listed with everybody
So
else.
they
Like
they're a little bit
90,000 total missing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And like four.
And it was the thing was that the Menengate was the first memorial to do that. Before, if you died as a soldier and you were not found,
Right.
then you were not found, and there was nothing there. So the first memorial that commemorated the boys who were never found was the Menengate. So yeah, so that's so special that they, at the end, they got a name and people could come over and find their relative on the
Lay a
Menengate.
wreath for them.
And lay a wreath
Yes.
for them. Yeah, and come over and visit. Even after 100 years, I mean, there are a lot of people coming back every time.
Yeah.
So
Every one of us, we were emotional. You know, I
It
think
is.
even you were emotional. Phil.
It was, man.
Yeah.
Just watching you walk across and do it.
but it is. I mean, I had a friend over, and I mean, his great grandfather, he was at Hill 60, and he survived because he had shrapnel into his leather belt,
Yeah.
and he laid a reef together with me, and he was crying like a baby. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's everybody has this story, and a lot of sometimes people apologize because they are emotional, but I said let it. I mean, let it happen. I mean, it is emotional.
Now is the moment.
So yeah, it's.
Yeah, and it was cool to see also some young children laying wreaths when we were there, and all the
it's very
people.
positive.
But yeah, you know, I just think about it as a parent. It's hard enough to lose a child in a war, but then to not have
His body.
an
Yeah, a
idea
place
where
to
they
come
are.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's why. So Lord Plumer, the general who dedicated the Menin Gate, he said now these families can say he's not missing, he's here.
It's here, yeah, they are here. That's what we say. Sometimes people say, yeah, is there a lot of people coming to the ceremony? And we say we are never alone. We're always with 55,000 here.
Yeah.
So or people come and they say, yeah, we are a VIP, and then we say, no.
These are the VIPs.
The boys
Yeah.
are the VIPs.
So,
So-
55,000 on Meningate, and how many here?
36.
I think like 4 locations with names. Where are the other 2?
Ploegsteert also.
Oh, Ploegsteert, yeah.
Ploegsteer has one because I have a cousin on Ploegsteer, and then there's also, isn't there one in the Butte Cemetery for New Zealand?
Yeah, there,
There's
he was-
some missing listed there. It's a small number, but yeah, there's some there.
Yeah.
Stunning.
And all the Newfoundland missing are all listed down at the Somme at Beaumont Hamel.
Beaumont, they are in this bronze
that,
plate.
Yeah, beneath that big moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of people coming to the
Yeah, I'm sure.
to the cemetery. But we're going now to the Polygon Wood. We have some dinner there, some lunch, and we're going to find some bunkers and all that stuff. So, see you there. Oh my god! Oh my god! Famous YouTubers! YouTubers! Wait, JD without a camera, that's a weird sight.
He feels naked. Yeah.
Well, you can do like this.
This feels. So we have the History Underground and the guy who you might know from a video.
I will cut that part out, don't worry. That you will see.
So we just arrived at the Polygon Wood. I got the whole group behind me. We're now walking into the wood itself, and we'll probably try and find some bunkers here, and I will show you guys that. After that we'll probably have some lunch, and then we'll look at the Brothers in Arms Memorial. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, walking inside the Polygon Wood.
So during the Third Battle of Ypres, there were successive battles. There's places like Massey Ridge and other places, but Polygon Wood is one of those attacks on the push for Passchendaele Ridge. And so as you get into October of 1917, the Anzac Corps is the one who, they're the ones that are making the push toward Passchendaele. So you've got the 5th Australian Division here in Polygon Wood, you have the 4th Australian Division to their left, and they're the ones that are responsible for clearing this. And the Polygon Wood fight is so tough that by the time they're done with that, they're pulled off the line and the Canadians are sent in to make the final attack on Passchendaele Ridge.
So as you can see, this is one bunker already, German bunker. Then we go that way, and there is some more bunkers as well coming up. So behind me here, down all the way down that road, you have like the Black Watch Corner. I'm not sure if we're going to go there, but I'll otherwise show a picture of the memorial there. So the Australians started all the way on that side of the forest. You can see that on this map animation. And they pushed the Germans back all the way to the other side of the forest. And there was some very heavy and severe fighting in this wooded area here. And now behind me here, still one remains of a German bunker that is standing here and remembering us of what happened here in this forest.
Yeah, it was interesting, obviously being English and hearing about that side of things.
Yeah.
It was, it's good.
On the Polygon Wood battlefield, it's known as Scott Post or Scott Bunker today because it was named after an Australian commander, but it was actually a German bunker that was taken over by the Australians when they took these woods. And you see some of the damage to it, and you notice how it looks like it was caused from the inside. After the war, when they were gathering up all of the unexploded munitions at Polygon Wood, they would put a lot of them inside of here and explode them in here, and that's what caused the damage that blew it out. It wasn't caused during the war. Looks like it's full of water right now.
Yeah.
I went in there last time I was here, didn't have any water in it.
Full of water. To Exeter, I don't know if you know that city, it's the nearest city. I live on the coast, little seaside town.
So you just heard Chris tell about this bunker. But here, just in the middle of the forest, is this big bunker. The damage is just insane on it. It's pretty cool. Here on this side, I think on this side you have like, let me check. Oh no, there's no shooting holes in here. But yeah, look at the damage. That's crazy.
Big deal. He said there was one incident where the cow was.
Oh, wait up. Wait.
Well, it's not the Polygon Woods cemetery because that's on the other side.
right.
So yeah. So here we have the first memorial is the New Zealand memorial, and then on the back you see on the slide, the slope over there, we have the 5th Division Australian memorial. So every morning at Anzac Day, when the sun comes up, here on this cemetery we have the down ceremony. So where we remember all the boys who fought here. So yeah, it's very close, very special for us. New Zealand and the Australian memorial close by. Wow. Come on guys.
Yeah, and that Australian memorial up there for the 5th Division was placed in 1919. It's one of the earliest monuments on the Western Front.
Oh. That's why we have you, Chris, in the group for that type of information.
Well, I mean, I am a
walking Google search
a
machine.
historian and podcast host, according to the History Channel.
Oh, you hear? Look at him bragging about it. Oh.
Hey man, it's alright. I was in one of JD's videos.
Can't be that. Me as well. We went up to the Eagle's Nest.
So this one you will see in Lego at Johans. So this one is built and it's at Johans' place in this little museum. I just talked to Sander.
Who built it?
So I did it.
Ah!
So I built also buttes. So over there, and then I built this one together with that one and with all the headstones and digitally. So this one is the only one who was built in real bricks. But digitally I built the whole cemetery and it has more than 46,000 pieces. Wow. And if it would be built, it would be like 4 meters on 4 meters. So yeah, we will see what the future brings, but that would be a nice project.
Yeah.
So you see that hill there is the butte that they call it. And that was what the firing range was. That was behind. You know, that was where the bullets would hit when they were doing the firing range.
So we call that the butts.
Yeah, you see the buttes, butts. I mean, how do you pronounce it?
Army, it's the butts. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
So sometimes you have to be down in the butts. So literally you'd be there,
Shot in the butt.
with the target, so your mates can shoot them. Yeah.
Oh?
So yeah, you'd be down in the butts.
Is this the backstop or is the other side?
No, this was the back. This was a stop. So they would be here because this was like a park.
Yeah.
And they would stand here and then shoot.
Okay, gotcha.
Shoot there. Yeah.
So there's a story, and it has nothing to do with World War I, but well, it kind of does because Patton was in World War I. But George Patton, when he was at West Point, he was one of those guys that was responsible for switching out the targets. Yeah. And he wrote in his diary that he found himself wondering how he would handle being under live fire. So he intentionally stood up in there while they were shooting just to see how he would feel with bullets coming at him. And he said he was surprised how well he handled it.
Wow.
When you stood in the butts, you get that because the targets are there, and then in the back they used to pull them down and glue it and put patches over, and then up for the next shooter. And yeah.
So do you have the names on the panels over there? And then you have over there we have one of the brothers who is buried over there. So from the memorial that we will see later.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't realize he was buried here. How did I miss that? Oh yeah.
I'm sure you are on holiday, but
you're gonna hear the real story from the guy that was involved in the story.
Yeah, but
you
I
don't
want to
need
get the
it from
History
me.
Channel guy on.
So Jim and Jack Hunter were brothers from Australia, and they came to the front together, and they were in the trenches, and one of the brothers was given an order. There was a piece of tin out in no man's land that was causing a reflection, and I guess it was a problem for sighting or something, and so his commanding officer ordered him to go over the top into no man's land and remove the tin. He ran out and did it, was coming back and was hit by explosives, shrapnel, and fell into the trench right into the arms of his brother. And so that's why we have the Brothers in Arms Memorial that commemorates that. But the brother buried him. There were, I think, 5 guys buried together, and they buried one of them. His brother was buried the opposite direction, laying from the other 4. And I'm sure you'll hear the rest of the story, but when he was discovered, they found the one body laying the opposite way. They did DNA tests, and they were able to identify a few of the bodies that were there, and one of them is right here. So it looks like there's been a memorial left here with a note that was left by the great-grandson of the commander of John Hunter's brigade.
Wow.
Pretty neat.
So there's some, again, Durham light infantry lads buried there. So there were Brits here as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Well, because you got to remember that the Brits fought here. So when I did my my series on, I did a video on the guys that were shot at. Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And on the 3rd floor there's a chapel.
So that was. I just launched it over there in the parking lot and put it over all of it.
Okay, so when we were in Verdun, we went some relic hunting, and I told the guys, like, on these type of fields, because there has been a war on for such a long time, there is still so much relics into the ground, like shrapnel, bullets, shell casings, even grenades that are still live ammunition, which are very dangerous. And we were visiting this cemetery, and I just came up on this field just to find like a bullet or some shrapnel to show the guys. But then in like 30 seconds I found this. This is a fuse head of a shell, and it's still in pretty good condition. I do need to clean it up though, but yeah, this is what I immediately found after like 30 seconds onto one of these fields. Because the fields are still completely littered with iron. They call it the iron harvest, and it's still completely full with yeah, shells, like unexploded ordnance and stuff like that. So yeah, this just shows you that the war is still everywhere to be found. Here another bunker. JD and a World War I Ypres bunker. The Ypres salient.
It's cool. I mean, it's neat to me looking at like the, how they framed it up with that corrugated steel.
We call this elephant plate. Is it the same in American?
Yeah, like the corrugated stuff. Yeah, I think that was general here to
We don't call it elephant plate. We just call it corrugated.
Okay. And these were called, the bunkers were called like elephants, or like little elephants, little elephants. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
I like the reef with
dugout straight in here.
this dark red, and here this is pretty new.
So is this, there's something on the front end here?
Yeah.
So I guess probably like a trench line or a dugout stairs or something straight in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here must have been the trench from one to another.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Okay, we're just outside of the Polygon Wood now. I'm bringing this back to the car. Sanda! And then we're going into the restaurant, have some lunch, and then probably head to the Brothers in Arms. I wanted to say Band of Brothers, but Brothers in Arms memorial here behind the restaurant. So it was pretty fun to see that in the Polygon Wood. And yeah, I'll check you guys later. Okay, we just ate lunch and we're now at the restaurant De Dreven, next to the Polygon Wood. And Johan, the owner of the restaurant, has his own private museum upstairs here. So let's look at some cool stuff that's laying here. Here, an original map from World War I. And on top of that, we have the Lego statue, which was made by the man himself. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it's the New Zealand memorial, and yeah, like I mentioned this morning, it's a special memorial. So it has 3,000 bricks, and yeah. So I built it, and then I talked to Johan, and then we added it and changed it a little bit because he knew all the details about the build. So it was like we worked together on creating it. So that was very nice to do. So yeah, I'm very happy with the great result.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah.
It really does look good.
I build it, and then I build it digitally, and then I build it in bricks, and then I.
Of grenades.
Really building. Yeah. But the hardest thing is to build initially. That's the hard part.
Yes.
So it's the
Sean brought us some of this coins.
So Lewis gun.
Where do you find those coins?
I did a house clearance in the UK.
Ja, mooi hè? Anti-tank rifle. Really cool. And the Stokes mortars.
Dit is Duits toch?
people here in Ypres and the environment, they all use them in their garden to put to dry the clothing. Yeah. Because you can really
Here's the guy who was named after.
Very cool.
We found one in Verdun. Sander found one.
There are a lot of shields. Really cool. Look at all those different type of shields. It's crazy. As well here, big ones. It's crazy. So what we found here are Sambles mortars. Well, they were calling that now. Those are Stokes mortars. But my good friend Rob over there, he found two. You found two of them, right? Two. He found two of them on the battlefield, which is crazy because those Stokes mortars are really rare. Here, an accurate depiction of what Polygon Wood looked like. Well, like JD said, it's more of Polywood stumps.
Polygon stumps.
Polygon stumps, yeah.
Polygon field.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is great.
Here, a helmet with still all the debris in it. And it has a lot of stuff in there. You can see it as well as glass, and I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a piece of a bone or something. Or a rock. Yeah, this one. That one. On the left side of the glass, you see that? Looks like part of a bone or something.
No. Looks like wood to me.
Wood?
Yeah.
Oh, it could also be. Well, what is that? Oh, this is the tick 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 tick.
Oh, it's a bullet.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It looks like it has a bullet strike here and here, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. It's got some nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's well in good condition. What did yeah, as well as the anti-tank rifle. It's also real crazy. These rifles were sometimes the recoil was so heavy that they would dislocate the shoulders of soldiers who were firing it.
So it does damage on both ends.
Yeah.
Yesterday online I bought one of those memorial plaques, the death plaques.
Who got one?
Me. I bought
Oh, you did?
And two medals for the same
Oh
soldier.
yeah, Rob also has one.
At the store in.
No, online.
Oh. Markers.
Look at all those grave markers.
Down there as well.
Looks like he's. Does he have them in?
Wow.
Are those originals or?
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Here, even down there. Wow.
Yeah. At first I thought that he had them like 1918 on down, but no, they're all intermixed.
1914 or so.
1916 is the earliest that I see.
Down there as well.
1914 as well, I see.
Oh, you see a 14?
Yeah, 14, multiple 14, 17,
Here we go.
16.
Here's an October 30th.
These are 14.
A 14.
November 3rd.
What a collection.
Wow, that's amazing.
And these are the two brothers. Okay, we just ate at the restaurant and went to the museum. Pretty cool museum. They have some really interesting stuff over there. JG was still wanted to stay there, but we had to go on. But we're going to the Brothers in Arms Memorial now. It's over here. Oh, there's the rest. There's the rest of the group. Ah, yeah, these are the brothers that the monument, the memorial is based on.
Oh, it's like a shroud.
Yeah, his brother wrapped him in a raincoat, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
The Brothers in Arms Memorial. It's over there. Hey Sean, could you tell me what you just said to me?
This when I was here, either walk right up to it like this.
Really?
No, it was like separated. It was like you couldn't walk out to where it was. It wasn't connected.
Okay.
That was stunning.
That's really cool.
Yeah, if you check the details, it's very nice.
So did they just wrap it around? Or? Okay. So they have to do it every time they. Yeah,
Yep.
You don't take off your own uniform, of course, but the Dutch had it also. Yeah. stones. Why did they do that? For the mud? Or for water? Stuff like that?
Animals.
Yeah, because they don't have high top boots.
Oh, it's
They're-
short.
Yeah.
I haven't ordered yet this morning. This is my duty every day, carry mice. That's my duty every day, you don't have to carry on.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, this is the way to do.